So the sport was on this level. And then what happened is like we started to have these super freaks. Denis was probably the first of the super freaks.
Yeah.
Okay. Came from strongman. So he was like total beast, converted to arm wrestling. If you had looked back like 10 or 15 years ago, a lot of the best arm wrestlers were like 260 pounds. So if you were 260, you could absolutely be world champion. I mean, John Brzenk was like 220, 215, and he was right around that world level for a long time.
Is Devon Larratt the new John Brzenk? Guys, just lately Devon has been interviewed by Antoine Vaillant on his channel. And, on the interview, there are lots of interesting topics that Devon talks about, both from himself and from the arm wrestling world. And of course Devon would be asked about his future match against Levan. And when asked, he literally says what he has been saying in his past videos. He says that Levan is the strongest ever to have stepped foot in the arm wrestling world, and that he has been given this second chance against him. Although, when Devon starts talking about how people like Levan has appeared in the sport, he goes way back to talk about, as he says, the super freaks from back in the day. Devon says that in that time, if you were around the 260-pound mark, or even beyond, as an arm wrestler, you could be a world champ then. And this where it gets interesting, because then Devon says that, while we were having from 260 to plus 300-pound world champions, we were also having John Brzenk being the dominant man there, weighing in at around 215 pounds. When Devon said that, I really thought to myself like, hey, it's true. Back then we had John Brzenk giving a complete slaughter to the big boys. And one of the big boys, if not the biggest one, was Denis Cyplenkov. Many people think John only beaten Denis once, but that's not correct. John actually beaten Denis in a number of occasions, and that was really impressive, because as much as people might say that Denis didn't have the experience then, he was beating everybody, and the only one that could hold him to then beat him was John Brzenk. So, after Devon talking about that, I really got myself thinking like, can Devon somehow do what John Brzenk did? Is Devon capable of showing something that impressive like John showed us back in the day? Well, if there's anyone able to do that right now, that's gotta be Devon. And I say that because like John, Devon is a very strict arm wrestler. He really sticks to the arm wrestling training and leaves the heavy eating and heavy workouts to other athletes. And if we think on a parallel here, the John Brzenk versus Denis Cyplenkov match may be today's Devon versus Levan. Do you guys think that Devon can pull it off like John did with Denis? Leave down in the comments, and thank you so much for watching.